Divine justice is an unshakable law of the universe, one that transcends time, culture, and circumstance. It is not something that can be avoided, bargained with, or manipulated. Every action, every decision, and every choice we make carries its own weight, and sooner or later, the universe will deliver the consequences. When people wrong others, when they cause harm, when they betray trust, or act in ways that go against the principles of love and compassion, there is no escaping the law of divine justice. What we fail to understand sometimes is that justice isn't just a punitive force. It's a balancing mechanism. It's the way the universe realigns what's out of order. And though it might seem slow to unfold, there's no such thing as getting away with wrongdoing. God's justice is perfectly timed, and in his divine wisdom, he knows exactly when and how to address those who have caused harm. It's important to note that this justice doesn't come from a place of revenge, nor is it intended to hurt those who have wronged others. Instead, it exists to bring about the necessary realignment, to restore what has been broken, and to teach valuable lessons that may otherwise go unnoticed. When people take actions that damage relationships, communities, or individuals, the consequences may not always be immediately visible, but they are coming and they are inevitable. The law of divine justice doesn't allow for any wrong to go unaddressed, whether in this life or the next. We may not always see it play out in ways that we understand, and sometimes we may feel that certain wrongs have gone unpunished. But trust that justice is happening in ways we might not immediately perceive. God's justice is unwavering, it is constant, and it is not bound by human timelines or understanding. Every wrong, no matter how small it may seem, is a part of this intricate web of divine accountability. It's essential to remember that divine justice doesn't operate on human terms. It doesn't rely on our idea of what's fair or right. God's justice is rooted in divine wisdom and insight, which often extends beyond our limited understanding. Sometimes it takes time for people to face the consequences of their actions because they need the space to realize the depth of their wrongs. Sometimes the pain of wrongdoing is experienced as a consequence of choice, and it is through that pain that we come to understand the impact of our actions. The divine response to wrongdoers, then, is not immediate punishment, but rather the unfolding of a perfect system of justice that knows exactly when to act and how to bring about healing, growth, and transformation. Just as a law of nature exists for the physical world, so too does the law of divine justice govern our actions in the spiritual realm. This law cannot be avoided or sidestepped. It is a constant force in the universe. God's response to those who wrong others is not driven by condemnation or vengeance. It is rooted in redemption, the opportunity to rise above mistakes and transform into something greater. Well, human beings might be quick to judge, quick to assign blame, and quick to condemn. God operates on a higher plane. His primary concern is not to punish, but to redeem. He does not look at us in our brokenness and see a lost cause. Rather, he sees the potential for transformation, the possibility for us to turn around and become better versions of ourselves. This idea of redemption is one of the most powerful and defining aspects of divine grace. It is not about ignoring the wrongdoing or pretending it didn't happen. It's about offering an opportunity to make things right, to heal and to grow. When we wrong others or make choices that hurt people, the weight of that mistake can feel overwhelming. Guilt and shame can cloud our hearts and minds, And we may even feel that we are beyond forgiveness, that we are beyond hope. But God's divine response is not to leave us in that place of despair. Instead, He extends a hand of grace, offering us the chance to rebuild, to come back from the brink, and to start fresh. Redemption is not a one-time offer. It is a continual invitation. God's grace is available not just when we first make a mistake, but every time we falter, every time we stray. It's easy to feel as though we are not worthy of redemption, to believe that we've done too much harm for God to forgive us. But that is not the way God operates. His forgiveness is not limited by the size of our wrongdoings, nor is it held back by the severity of the pain we've caused. His love knows no bounds, and His desire to see us redeemed, healed, and restored is endless. When God offers redemption, He isn't just offering us forgiveness for our past mistakes, He's offering us a chance to transform the way we live, the way we treat others, and the way we see ourselves. This is a chance to shed the old version of ourselves, the version that made poor choices, that caused pain, and step into something new. God doesn't just restore us to our former state, He invites us into a process of becoming more than we were before. This is the power of redemption. It's not just about forgiveness, it's about transformation. It's about learning the lessons, developing the character, and becoming the person we were always meant to be. In the world, the response to wrongdoing is often a quick condemnation. People label others based on their mistakes, casting them aside as unworthy of a second chance. But God's response is different. He sees beyond the surface and looks at the heart. He knows that every wrongdoer is also a person, capable of change, capable of growth, capable of becoming something extraordinary. And that is why His response is redemption, not condemnation. He understands that we are all works in progress, and He offers us the opportunity to become better, to heal, and to move forward in grace. There is no limit to the amount of redemption God offers. He does not stop at a single act of forgiveness or a single chance to turn things around. He continues to provide opportunities for growth, for change, and for renewal. The process of redemption is ongoing, a continual journey of transformation that allows us to become the best version of ourselves no matter how far we may have strayed from the right path. This divine response to wrongdoing is a testament to the depth of God's love and His belief in our potential to change, no matter what we've done in the past. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful forces in the universe, yet it is often misunderstood and underutilized. It is not just a moral or ethical principle, it is a transformative, life-changing act that has the ability to release us from the weight of resentment, anger, and pain. When we forgive, we are not merely letting go of the past, we are creating space for a future that is free from the hold that past wrongs have on us. It is a choice, a conscious decision to move forward, not by ignoring the wrongs, but by rising above them. The power of forgiveness lies in its ability to heal not just the one who has wronged us, but also ourselves. Many times we think that by holding on to grudges or refusing to forgive, we are somehow punishing the person who hurt us. In reality, it is we who suffer. The bitterness, the anger, the resentment that we carry with us when we refuse to forgive becomes a weight that pulls us down. It poisons our hearts, clouds our minds, and holds us captive in a cycle of negativity and pain. When we forgive, we free ourselves from that cycle, allowing healing and peace to replace the turmoil inside us. Forgiveness is not about excusing the wrongdoer's actions or pretending that the harm they caused didn't matter. It's not about saying that what happened was okay or that it shouldn't have hurt. Forgiveness is about releasing the hold that that event, that person, or that situation has on us. It's about acknowledging the pain, accepting that it's a part of our story, but choosing not to let it define us. We may never forget what happened, but we can choose to stop carrying the weight of it every single day. Forgiveness is a declaration of freedom both for ourselves and for the person who wronged us. In the divine context, forgiveness is a profound reflection of God's love. He does not ask us to forgive others because it is easy or because the person deserves it. He calls us to forgive because it is the path to healing and wholeness. When we forgive, we align ourselves with the divine principle of grace, and we allow ourselves to be part of the greater flow of love and healing that God desires for the world. By choosing forgiveness, we echo the forgiveness we have received from God and become vessels of that same grace. The power of forgiveness also has the ability to transform relationships. When we hold on to grudges and refuse to forgive, we build walls between ourselves and others. These walls create distance, prevent healing, and keep us stuck in a place of pain. But when we choose forgiveness, we tear down those walls. We open ourselves up to the possibility of reconciliation, understanding, and growth. Forgiveness creates a space for new beginnings, for second chances, and for the mending of broken bonds. It allows us to move forward with clarity and with a renewed sense of trust, not just in others, but in ourselves as well. Forgiveness, though, is not always an easy process. It often requires us to confront deep wounds and painful memories. It demands that we be vulnerable and honest with ourselves about the hurt we've experienced. Sometimes forgiveness feels impossible and the pain seems too great to overcome. But in those moments, it's important to remember that forgiveness is not about denying the pain. It's about choosing not to let that pain control us. It's about recognizing that we have the power to determine our response to the hurt, and that in forgiveness, we reclaim that power. Forgiveness also has a ripple effect. When we forgive, we not only heal ourselves and the person who wronged us, but we also contribute to a culture of healing and understanding. It spreads out from us, touching the lives of others, creating a collective shift toward love and reconciliation. The power of forgiveness is far-reaching. It does not just affect the two people involved in the wrong. It can have a lasting impact on families, communities, and even entire societies. Forgiveness is not a one-time event. It is a process, a continual act of releasing what we cannot change and choosing peace over pain. It is a choice we must make again and again. Each time the old wounds are reopened, each time the hurt resurfaces. But with each act of forgiveness, we grow stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with the divine purpose for our lives. It is through forgiveness that we can experience true freedom and peace. Adversity is often seen as something negative, something to be avoided or escaped from at all costs. But in the divine context, adversity is not a punishment. It is a powerful tool used by God to teach, to shape, and to transform us into the individuals we are meant to become. It is in the midst of difficulty that our true strength is revealed, our character is refined, and our purpose becomes clearer. God does not bring adversity into our lives to break us down, but rather to build us up, to help us discover new depths within ourselves, and to bring us closer to our true potential. When we face adversity, it often feels as though the weight of the world is on our shoulders. We may question why it is happening to us, why we must endure pain or struggle, and why life seems so difficult. But what we may fail to see in those moments of hardship is that adversity is an opportunity for growth. It is through our struggles that we are given the chance to learn lessons that we would not otherwise encounter. We are given the space to develop qualities like resilience, patience, and perseverance, qualities that are essential for our success and fulfillment in life. God, in His infinite wisdom, understands that we need challenges in order to grow. Without adversity, we would remain stagnant, never reaching beyond our comfort zones or tapping into our full potential. It is easy to remain complacent when life is smooth, when everything is going according to plan. But it is in the storms of life, in the moments of hardship, that we are forced to dig deep within ourselves and find the strength we didn't know we had. God uses these moments to push us to the edge of our limitations, to break through the barriers we've set for ourselves, and to show us what we are truly capable of. Adversity also reveals our true character. It is easy to be kind, patient, and loving when everything is going well. But when life gets tough, when we are faced with hardship, it is in those moments that our true nature comes to the surface. The way we respond to adversity, whether with anger, frustration, or with grace, shows us who we truly are. God uses these moments to reveal our weaknesses and flaws, not to condemn us, but to give us the opportunity to heal, to grow, and to improve. When we face adversity with a heart open to learning, we are transformed into stronger, more compassionate individuals. Another powerful aspect of adversity is its ability to teach us humility. When everything is going well, it can be easy to become arrogant, to feel invincible, and to believe that we are in control of our lives. But adversity has a way of humbling us, of reminding us that we are not in control, that we are not above life's challenges. It teaches us that we are not immune to difficulty and that our plans can be interrupted at any moment. This humility opens us up to learning from others, to seeking help when needed, and to relying on God's guidance rather than our own understanding. Through adversity, we come to realize that we are not alone, that we need each other, and that our strength lies not in our independence, but in our interdependence with God and others. Adversity also strengthens our faith. It is easy to trust in God when life is easy, when everything is falling into place. But when we are faced with difficulties, when we are surrounded by uncertainty, it is in those moments that our faith is tested. God uses adversity to draw us closer to Him, to help us rely on His wisdom and guidance rather than our own limited perspective. In the midst of our struggles, we are given the opportunity to trust in God's plan for us, to surrender our fears and anxieties, and to believe that He is working all things together for our good. It's through adversity that our faith grows deeper, stronger, and more unshakable. Furthermore, adversity teaches us empathy and compassion. When we experience pain, we become more aware of the suffering of others. We begin to see the world through a different lens, one that is more understanding, more patient, and more compassionate. God uses our own experiences of hardship to open our hearts to the pain of others, to encourage us to lend a helping hand, to offer words of comfort, and to be a source of strength for those who are struggling. Through our own adversities, we learn the value of supporting others through their own struggles, and we become better equipped to offer the love and understanding that the world so desperately needs. God also uses adversity to refine our values and priorities. In the face of difficulty, we are forced to reassess what truly matters. When everything is stripped away, when our comfort zones are shattered, we are left with the essentials, the things that truly bring us peace, joy, and fulfillment. Adversity helps us to see what we've been holding on to that no longer serves us and encourages us to let go of the superficial pursuits that don't bring lasting happiness. It teaches us to focus on what truly matters, our relationships, our purpose, and our connection to the divine. Through adversity, we are reminded of the importance of living authentically, of aligning our lives with our deepest values, and of pursuing what brings us true meaning. In the end, adversity is a gift, though it may not always feel like it in the moment. It is a divine tool designed to shape us, to refine us, and to guide us toward the person we are meant to be. God uses adversity not to harm us, but to teach us, to grow us, and to transform us into the individuals who are capable of fulfilling the purpose He has set before us. It is through adversity that we come to know our own strength, our own resilience, and our own capacity for love and compassion. In conclusion, adversity is not an obstacle, but a divine tool for growth and transformation. God uses difficult times to teach us valuable lessons, refine our character, and deepen our faith. Through hardship, we develop resilience, humility, empathy, and a clearer understanding of our true purpose. While challenges may seem overwhelming, they are opportunities for us to evolve into stronger, more compassionate individuals. By embracing adversity with trust in God's plan, we can rise above the pain and emerge as better versions of ourselves, equipped to fulfill the divine purpose set before us.